There was a Upsilon fraternity initiation, and I worked in the Commons. Denny Bean approached me to see if I'd go out with his friend Herman. And I said, I'm not sure. But I had seen him on campus, and I thought he was kind of cute. And we went out on and off, and then more on before I left for Salzburg. We had a lot of fun when I was in Salzburg. That was when I actually sort of think I fell in love.
Our daughter Jill lives in Germany.
We were there for about 5 days. We had just arrived, and I thought I was coming down with a cold, and I went and laid down. Herm brought me some tea and gave me a Tylenol.
The morning that she woke up was a very sad morning. Right away, the family doctor knew that it was sepsis.
I have no spleen, and that's why I think it took over so overwhelmingly fast, because your spleen gives you protection against some of those bacteria.
And the surgeon, as a matter of fact, had indicated it's just unbelievable that she was alive when she got to the University Hospital.
When I first heard the diagnosis, I was just appalled because I'm nursing. I know the survival rate is not real good.
Really a helpless feeling for a moment until we all got ourselves together and more proactive.
We're thousands of miles away, and we just felt so helpless, yet we wanted to do something.
And people started calling each other saying, what's going to happen? First of all, I mean, we didn't know if she would actually live.
I knew that if she did survive, there was going to be a lot that needed to happen. So I think initially our focus was really on helping Herm cope with what was happening.
That's true.
When she was transferred then to University Hospital Freiburg, they waited about 15 days before the amputations took place because they had to make sure that there would be no further need to amputate at a higher level.
Joanna and Herm were extremely fortunate that they had such a fierce advocate in their daughter.
Oh, yeah.
If Jill had not been there to fight for her every minute, I'm not sure what the outcome would have been.
And the cards started to come in. And every one of the cards said, I love you, I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers.
The focus changed to Joanna as we started getting the notes from Jill, and we started seeing some progress.
When I woke up, Jill was there a lot. She said, Mom, you're in the hospital and you've been asleep for a long time.
One of the first things that you said, you were thinking about Christmas.
I was just really confused about why she was there all the time and Christmas was coming. And that was one of the things that hit me hard, was when she said, Mom, we had Christmas 7 weeks ago. That I had survived something, I still can't quite get my head around that. How close I was, I guess, to not being here. I think if you had somebody tell you that it's a miracle that you are alive, it seems like that puts a big responsibility on you to keep living.
The family itself is just, there's so much love and there's so much support within their family. I mean, how can you not want to help that?
It was just amazing, the outpouring of support from people. It took away the fear.
I really want to thank the people that were so helpful to us. Uncertainty's got to be the biggest thing that really grinds away at a person.
There was a period where it was just the fear of the future. Where will we live? How will we live? How will we get by? That was a big deal.
Yeah.
That's where all of these people in our background just, it's amazing. It's amazing that we have gotten by with the help of the Friends Committee.
I think Joanna even prior to this happening, and Herm, had something inside of them that was unconditional love that started here at the University of Portland, because I think every one of us felt that unconditional love, and that's really what kicked in.
It was pretty easy to get the word out.
It really was.
And it was an easy bridge to cross with all the other university families, whether it's STO, Upsilon, Iota, Central Catholic graduates, and the Salzburgers.
Especially in the Salzburg group, we were all in pretty close contact already. Phone calls and emails are going back and forth.
The Salzburg group is like my own family. Everybody loves each other. And that's continued for 50 years, and I think it's even gotten stronger. There's such a complete connection. It's very special.
When you talk about the brothers, the Upsilon, the only word that I could ever describe is depth. Real depth.
I don't think there's any group that I've heard of like this Friends Committee that have come together for us. We were living here for 1 month, and the whole group from the Friends Committee, they had this beautiful red van that they gave us. Getting into that, I just always think, thank you, that we can just go whenever we need to go somewhere. That ability to be, quote, normal a little bit, what they gave us by doing that was tremendous. We could never have done all those things. And I had to learn to receive, and I'm still not good at that. But someone told me, you can't be as independent, and you're going to have to ask. But remember that when you ask somebody for help, you're giving them a gift. I don't think the Friends Committee can ever be told, because we can't express it in words, what awesome difference they have made in our lives.